this one of the most lively hybrid systems that I'd experienced. I have to say, the same architecture isn't that of a well-built. It just seems significantly more lively here. Now that being the case, the bad news. Before you and I debate this whole misunderstanding, first, the elephant in the room. Now, if you have been living under a rock, I am here to tell you, back there, no longer a 10-cylinder. You kind of know what's coming here, hybrid, which means only one thing, a lot more weight. Depending on the flavor of Huracán you want to compare this to, it's anywhere between 500 and 700 pounds more. Lamborghini will tell you this is around 3,700 pounds. That's a bold-faced lie because they don't like quoting the mass with fluids. Now, how are you going to move a car without fluids? So in reality, this is 4,100 pounds, 1,860 kilograms. With that, let's go into that Strada. Oh yeah. We're going to talk about that. And now we're in sport. Mr. Frantic? You go. Oh my God! Yes, it is a hybrid, but this one of the most lively hybrid systems that I'd experienced. I have to say, the same architecture isn't that of a well-built. It just seems significantly more lively here because of the size car. Now that being the case, the bad news. And to get to this, I'm going to shut up and let you hear the bad news. That's second gear. Oh, can you hear that? Yes, that is indeed a flat plane crank back there, but it doesn't sound it. I mean, it feels it, but I'm shocked the engineers in Santiago de Bolognese released that sound. Now, I'm certain it's going to change over the years as we get the ultimate performante and different flavors of it. But this ain't a cheap car. We'll get to that later, but it should sound significantly better than that. Granted, it doesn't sound like the lawnmower that was than Boxster, but it's that big of a step backwards in the oral sensation. Now that we have the nerdy bits out of the way, it's time to make some changes, and to do that, we have to go through the labyrinth of knobs and buttons that have been pilfered from that of a Vuelto. So here, we are going to go to that Strada. Oh yeah, and then that goes into, okay, Corsa. With that, wish me luck. Oh my God. Oh my God. This thing breaks traction very easy. This, if I hadn't said it before, this is a crazy fast car. But that's not the point of this aspect of our discussion. This is how does it feel? Now, granted, all the math is kind of the same. Wishbones, adjustable dampers, they have all this like telemetry stuff, and it added more like computers to control everything, which they need to because it's heavy. But you put all of that aside because this is now a completely different way in which to build the cheap seats of the Lamborghini sports car world, and it kind of works. It feels different than any other Huracán that came before it. It's, I guess techno is the best way to describe it. I don't feel like I'm driving around with my hair on fire. I don't feel like I'm getting out over my skis. That's the huge point here. If we get into a little bit of a history, it was really the Acura NSX. Great car that brought a supercar type performance down to a daily type experience where you get into an Acura and it felt like any other Honda, even though it was the NSX. And that kind of cascaded its way from the Germans first than the Italians were. Even that Revuelto, I drove it every day in EV mode, and it was very livable. That's kind of what's going on here, but the smaller size and some of the work they've done in tuning this more so than the Revuelto, they've engineered that bite back into it. Something that's been missing in all supercars, if I'm honest. And it's basically, it's that respect, kind of like with a hot girl. If you do something wrong, it's gonna be a bad day for you. Let's step back to city and go into EV mode. Yeah, we're in EV mode. Now we are floating on electrons here. And let's have a discussion about this as a car, something you live with, something you use. And the first thing you notice, wow, it's very different than other entry-level Lamborghini sports cars in that, look at this, I've got all this room. It's almost like a Cadillac in here. You feel as if this revised dashboard, which basically lifted from the Revuelto, is farther out. You feel more like shoulder room. Now granted, this is by design. This whole tub, which is made of aluminum, has been designed to allow for more space to make this feel not like a prison camp. And I'd say job done, definitely. I would also love to see a little bit more differentiation between this and the Revuelto. Maybe the screen is not quite exactly the same. It's literally lifted, and the UX kind of goofy. I shared that with you in the Revuelto episode. And then there's what you don't notice, where you drive it around and it sounds like a kit car, if I'm honest. It sounds like it's made in the shed in the southeast of England, like my Lotus back in my London days. But the reality is that's all very high quality materials that you're hearing like creak, not rattle, creak as you drive the car aggressively in this mode. And with that, have you ever had that inner voice inside of you just scream at you to shut the F up? That's kind of what's going on for me right now. This is another misunderstanding, but just for me. I did not expect it to be this lovely to live with on the inside. That is not something that goes hand in hand with Lamborghinis. It's not any one thing. It's not just the seats, it's not just the materials, and it's not just the size. All the pieces come together. Yeah, that's a surprise. If you enjoyed this content, please like the video and consider subscribing to see even more content like this. And to watch the full version of this episode, search MotoMan TV Cars on YouTube or click the link in the video description below. We have all new episodes each Saturday. Thanks for watching.